coming in for this interview today. We have with us today Maximilian Dangier from the Community Defence Force of San Andreas, and the Hornet, superhero, the Hornet. We'll start with you, the Hornet. How long have you been a superhero for?
Oh, about 3 months now.
How did you find yourself being a superhero? I mean, like, was there some lab experiment that gone wrong that gave you special powers? I mean, what triggered it?
No, I was just a random average guy, and I always wanted to be a cop, but I could not be a cop because I did not pass the mental evaluation. And I always liked superheroes. And I was sick of seeing criminals get away doing with whatever they wanted, so I decided to take a stand.
Very, very noble of you. And what kind of criminals have you been fighting?
Mostly people who robbed Evangelicals' jewelry store, as well as various gas stations, although I do tamper into regular assaults or anything that I see or is reported to me.
Do many people report things to you?
Well, the tricky thing is, I have to get their number from them first, but I do have a lot of people to report things to me because everyone I meet, for the most part, I get their number. And I text them so they can reach out to me if they need my assistance.
You don't have a radio channel or anything?
No, I don't have one because I think it will be very cluttered and hard to manage. So I just prefer to keep it on a person-on-person basis because everyone I meet, I get their number from them and I text them so they can reach out to me personally.
Who's the most dangerous criminal that you've apprehended to date?
I'm not totally certain because I'm not allowed to know their identities because I usually hand them over to the police. But there was this guy with very big, very red hair, very long, and he was robbing the evangelicals, and he was very angry and very dangerous. But I stopped his robbery, and he went to jail.
And how do you generally stop people? I mean, do you have any special techniques that you use?
I prefer to use hand-to-hand combat as I do not want to lethally injure anybody because that is not my goal. So I usually use hand-to-hand or I use a flashlight.
How do you come across the name of the Hornet?
I got inspired because I always liked, hornets and bees. I thought they looked cool, and every superhero needs his alter ego. So I like black and yellow. I like the way the Hornet looks. So the Hornet was born.
Well, thank you very much, Hornet, for your time today. Also with us today, we have Maximilian Dangier from the Community Defence Force, San Andreas, and welcome to the programme. How are you doing today, Mr. Maximilian?
Thank you for having me. I'm doing wonderful. Happy to get out here and get some communication going with the community. That's what we're all about, is speaking with the community and helping the community become a better place, So communication is a key part of that.
And can you explain to us a little bit what the Community Defence Force is and does?
Well, the Community Defense Force is a conflict resolution and threat management group that is funded and controlled by the community.
Oh, okay. And how are you funded by the community? In what way?
By donations is primarily our funding source. We also do some security work on the side as well to help fund and pay some of our volunteers. We are 100% volunteer community force. We do accept citizens from the street, and we do train all of our employees and officers in conflict resolution, threat management, and breathing techniques. Extremely important breathing techniques. We want people to, it's one of the keys to calming somebody down, and as well as the conflict resolution techniques, which is another key to keeping things steady and okay between two opposing groups, which we have a lot on the streets here these days.
And what kind of calls are you generally called out to the most?
The majority of our calls are when people feel unsafe or they see something suspicious and the police aren't able to respond or refuse to respond. For example, a little old lady who she is very paranoid, but not for reasons that she shouldn't be. She's been robbed multiple times, but the police have been taxed out, I guess you could say, on going out to her property and checking on her, because a lot of the times it's not anything dangerous. So we're the ones who go out there and we check on her despite her constant calling. So we want to make sure she's safe regardless of her excessive calls.
What kind of relationship do you have with the police? I mean, do they alert you to things that are going on, or you more just do side things to complement the main police force's activities?
Well, I work as our police liaison. as in I contact the police when we run into a situation that they're needed at. We're basically the eyes and the ears of the police as much as we can be when it comes to violent activities. So today we stumbled upon at the morgue some suspicious activity, and we saw that the alarm system had been tampered with and the front door had been smashed in. As me and my sergeant Winston Wahlberger investigated further, we found two suspicious individuals performing illegal acts, and we reported that to the police. And we retreated from the area as not to engage the individuals. We took the perimeter outside, and the police were attacked. And the other police chased the individuals who attacked them. And unfortunately, the police officers were left on the ground, bleeding out. So me and Winston had to react very quickly to save their lives and perform medical duties on the police officers.
So you
And
do
we actually,
full medical training as well in part of your training
yes, sir.
process.
Everybody that works with us is fully medically trained for field medical duties, and we keep it within inside the confines of the law. But yeah, we did end up saving their lives, both individual cops. Yeah.
What service would you say you provide? I mean, I take it you wouldn't want to use the word vigilante.
Correct. Correct. We are not a vigilante group. We're a group that works with the police department. We don't go out and seek violence, and we do not apprehend people. We contact the police and work, as I said before, the eyes and the ears of the police. With the only time we ever use violence or anything like that is when it is in the protecting somebody's life or protecting our own lives. We don't use violence when it comes to protecting property or anything like that, as life is more important than material items. And we also don't interfere with drug sales or drug type of things unless it's selling to children.
What do you think of the Hornet's services that he provides for the city?
Oh, I mean, I would love that for somebody like that to be on our side and to work within our confines of our system. I think he could do a lot of good with us.
What about you, Hornet? What do you think about the services the Community Defence League provide?
Oh, I think they do great work. It's similar to what I do, but it's like it's same but different. You know, two sides of the same coin. You know.
Well, I'd like to thank you both for coming on The Naked Truth today to speak to the citizens, the good citizens of San Andreas. You can contact Maximilian Dangier. I believe you have a radio channel that people can contact you at. Is that right, Maximilian?
Yeah, yes, sir. Our radio channel is Radio Frequency 22, and you can also contact us through our Yellow Pages ads or through our Discordia email, which you can look up on the government website.
No, thank you very much. And how about you, Mr. Hornet? If people are in need of your services, I mean, if somebody's in danger and they require the services of a flighty little insect, then how can they get in contact with you?
Well, if they do not already have my number, they can simply tweet it out or, you know, pass it along to a friend. Any way that I can get the information to me, really.
This has been The Naked Truth with Billy Banter. I'd like to thank you very much for tuning in. It's lovely to know that we've got these two marvellous people looking after us and defending the good-natured citizens of this fine state, knowing that we have people like this out here to protect us and to, in fact, back up the police force makes us all able to sleep at night. Thank you for tuning in. My name's Billy Banter, and that was The Naked Truth.